Welcome back to Stardew Valley. I am your host, long-time listener. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. And yet again, you saw there, we have another sunny day tomorrow. But we do have a good luck day today. And if you watched last episode, you remember my plans for this day were to go mining. So that good luck is a bonus for us, because that'll hopefully help us not only get to the level 90 that we were talking about getting to, but also get that fire quartz that we need to complete the community center bundle. So we are gonna actually completely skip watering crops for the moment and go straight to the mines. We've got 4 water sprinklers, or quality sprinklers, that took care of some of our crops. But we'll have 20 plots of 8 that we will need to hit later tonight. That'll probably take us in the neighborhood of 4 hours. So keep that in mind. But this will give us plenty of time to get down in the mines to where we want to get. And another thing that I need to do today is find Maru and give her a birthday gift, which is probably going to be a strawberry, but I should have probably just brought it with me up here to the mines, and I forgot. Actually, no, that's on the list for the things to do tomorrow, so I'm an idiot. Disregard that. But anyway, there I've got 2 more gold bars smelted. That's good, because I am now going to have a couple more quality sprinklers. So, again, on the to-do list today, we are going to try and get down to level 90, which is only 5 levels, so we will do that for sure. In the process, we also want to try and collect a fire quartz, and then, honestly, beyond that, I really don't care how much we get done in the mines, because we don't need to do a ton else. Now, that's not saying, like I can't use a whole bunch more gold ore or whatever, but I set those 2 objectives because it's a benchmark, y'all. We want to get there. So we can continue to mine if we need to, but I don't want to do it to where I'm using a ton of food to just try and stay alive because I suck at combat. Although level 90 will get us that Obsidian's Edge, which will help with combat. So, okay. Most of what I was doing so far is I'm really just kind of looking for ladders, because we want to get to level 90. And okay, there's a fire quartz over there. So, objective 1 will be complete here in just a second, and we're already at level 87. So, we are really close to completing today's mining objectives, and it's not even 10 o'clock yet. So, we're doing good. We're doing well. Grammar is important, so keep that in mind. You can tell a lot about a person by their grammar. Grammar and manners are totally underrated in my book. So, what else do we need to do today? Alright, so once we get out of the mines, we'll want to try and head down to the community center and drop off that fire quartz, because that will finish the boiler room, which means when we wake up tomorrow, the mine carts will be ready. You'll have a little animation after you go to bed that shows them coming back to life. So the Junimos fix it for you as a gift for completing that room in the community center. So the Junimos are good dudes. In fact, in late game stuff that you can do, you buy these they're called Junimo huts. They're expensive, but you put a little Junimo hut on your farm, and they will tend to your crops for you. And we are at level 90, and we got the Obsidian Edge. That is freaking awesome, because look at the difference here. 30 to 45 damage versus 18 to 27, and it's faster to swing. And of course, the first level we come to is monsters, I'm not dealing with that. Even with the better weapon, I just don't care enough. I don't need to spend more time in the mines today. So we're just going to call it quits here. Be satisfied with the fact that it's only 10 after 11 and we have already accomplished the primary goal for the day. Like an idiot, I went over to the Adventurers Guild here, but it's not open until 2. They have weird hours, speaking of which. 2 to 10. Kind of strange for a business establishment. But we'll have to come back for that gold possibly later today if we have a chance. The gold that I'm smelting. Because if we do that, then we'll have even more sprinklers to craft for tomorrow's crops. Because the more you get done in terms of crafting those quality sprinklers, it frees up more of your time each day to go do other stuff. So instead of watering, you can be mining, collecting more ore, and then get more sprinklers, and it's a snowball effect. And then the next thing you know it, you're done. So here we go. We have completed the first room in the community center there. Bundle complete. We get 5 Omni Geodes for that. So we've got a bunch of those we need to go to Clint's and get busted open. And now the Junimos show up, and we are the Junimos, keepers of the forest. So, boom! Boiler room is spick and span. And so we are officially... and that little dude, well, I didn't show it, but he puts the star in the stuff above the mantle there. And that indicates that one of the rooms are complete. And then once all of them are done, then all of the stars are up there. And then the community center's done. Pretty self-explanatory. But that was a good start to the day. So now we're just kind of swinging back by the farm. We'll drop some stuff off. And then... I don't remember if I go to Clint's to do something with all those geodes or what I do with the rest of my day. I still need to water crops. So I can't forget to do that. Why am I trying to... Oh, I need coal. Thought I had more gold ore than that, but apparently not. Which kind of stinks because I could have been smelting some here. But we've got 2 more quality sprinklers to build. That'll get us the first row will be totally complete. So we are 25% of the way done with our quality sprinkler construction. And like we said earlier, putting those wood path things down below the sprinklers will make it so when fall starts, if I have an upgraded hoe by then, which I think I will. But anyway, if I have the upgraded hoe, I can till a section of 3 or more spaces in a row, and it won't pull up the sprinkler when I do that. So that is why you put those under there. Alright, so we got some stuff to sell. We got some stuff to go and drop. So we'll go to Clint's and get the ores cracked, and then the other fire quartz we can donate to the museum. And then I feel like fire quartz is good for a recipe somewhere down the road. So let me look it up. And when I say look it up, y'all, there is a wiki on the interwebs. Just StardewValleyWiki.com. And it is very, very helpful. So I go there, I search for fire quartz. Nobody loves it, but almost everybody likes it. It's in a recipe for the slime egg press. I don't know that I'll have a whole lot of use for that, honestly. Now, it says that you can smelt it, but what does it make? It says to smelt fire quartz, equip it and activate the furnace. 1 unit is required. What does it make, though? I wonder if it just makes refined quartz. I don't think there's such thing as a refined fire quartz. So I don't know why that's in the wiki. Here I am saying how helpful the wiki is, and then I get to a part where it's like, I don't even think that's right. Okay, so it does say on here, it can be used for a help wanted quest. So there's that. And then also, if you have the lava eel in a fish pond, there is a request by those lava eel to increase the capacity in the pond. So keep it for that reason. Anyway. Oh, okay, so 1 fire quartz produces 3 refined quartz if you smelt it. That's right. I do remember that now. So again, it is helpful. The wiki, that is. Alright, so we got some things that we can donate to the old museum now. And there's another earth crystal. I think you need the earth crystal to make like cheese makers or mayonnaise makers. So we'll want to keep all of those for now. Come on, give me a reward here. There we go. 1 reward coming right up. What is it? The Singing Stone. So we'll add that next to our drum block, and then we can drop a beat, hit the bell, and hit the hay when we go to bed now. Okay, so it's only 3:20. Now I still need to water crops when I get back, right? I believe so. But we've got time to do a quick foraging run here before we head back to the farm. We actually probably have time to even swing by the hidden forest if I really wanted to. Ooh, you know what I think I'm doing here? Iridium rod time, y'all. It's going to spend our money, but the reason I'm doing this is tomorrow I'm going fishing. And this will make fishing a lot easier. It's something that I'm going to buy at some point anyway. I also go ahead and buy a couple of trap bobbers. I wouldn't have done that if we were closer to Friday where the traveling cart was going to be coming around, because I want to have enough cash to buy a red cabbage if there's one there. Like, I'm at the point in the game where if that red cabbage shows up and I'm too stupid to have money and able to afford it, I'll probably reset the game and then figure out, like the day, I mean, and figure out a way to make enough money before the traveling cart is closed, and then, you know, go get everything I would just sell stuff out of my chest. Like the fish that I'm saving, sorry, y'all are gone, I'm getting the red cabbage, because we got to complete the community center. And here I'm out of space, and now there's 2 coral down here, and if they're not the same quality, and they're not, so I got to throw something else away here. And I don't. I just left it. Because all the other stuff was worth money, and, you know, what difference does it make if I just leave the coral there and come back and get it in a few days versus throwing something away to make an extra 20 bucks today. So, back to the farm. Or actually, no, to the community center. We've got some stuff that we can drop off. I don't think we'll finish any bundles, but progress is progress. I still need to make friends with Marnie enough to where I can complete a quest. And then what were the other quests? Oh, I got to get to the bottom of the mines, and it's still asking me to build a coop. It's curious to me why the game gives you that quest of building the coop so early in the game, because it can lead you down the path of thinking like, oh, that's, you know, like a critical next step in the progression towards, like, you know, winning, so to speak. But it's really not. Like, you don't want to build the coop until you've got plenty of money and a silo and hay in that silo so that you don't have to buy hay from Marnie, because the hay is, I think, 50 bucks a piece, and eggs are not worth that much. So if you're having to buy the hay, you're barely making any money, and it takes you forever to get a return on investment, because you got to buy the barn, or you got to buy the coop, then you got to buy the chicken, then you got to buy the hay, and then you can sell the eggs, obviously, but they're just not worth that much. So I like to have plenty of funds to where I'm doing that more as a uh, the next step towards completing the community center. You know, starting down the path of getting all the animal stuff you need, more so than to make money. So, all right, swing. Ooh, prehistoric skull. So there are several prehistoric bones or parts of a skeleton that you need to collect for the museum. I think there's like 6 or 7. There's the skull, there's like a rib. I forget what else, a hand maybe. But anyway, there's 6 or 7 of them. You get them all, and then you get a reward for, like, it's a decoration for your home. I think you actually get a reward the first time you donate any of those items. You get a skeleton statue, I believe. And then, as you get more and more of those pieces, you get rewards that are actually pieces of a skeleton statue puzzle. So it's like the head, and then the body, and then the tail of like an old dinosaur skeleton. So you can put that together in your homestead. But anyway, what are we doing here? Okay, we got some more smelted gold bars, and our inventory is still pretty well full. We really got to just head back to the farm and empty stuff out and water crops. It's after 7 and we still have not watered crops yet, so it's getting dark. But that was a busy day. We accomplished quite a bit. We completed our first room in the community center. We got to level 90 and got us the obsidian edge weapon. We got the iridium rod. So that's a good day. I said good day. Sorry. Alright, so, and we're going to craft a couple more quality sprinklers. So that's, what, 8 out of our 24? So now we are a third of the way done with that progress. Probably next year is when we will eventually be looking at upgrading from quality sprinklers to iridium sprinklers. But that's way down the road. Probably won't even start that process until at least winter of this year, but more likely next year. And it's going to take a while, because to get a lot of iridium, you got to get deep into the mines at the desert. And my strategy to do so is to take a whole bunch of jade and go up. There's a salesman that comes to the desert, and on Sundays he sells stone, or he sells the staircases, and it's 1 jade per staircase, which is, you know, better than trying to collect 99 stone and build them yourself. So what you can do is save up as many jade as you can early in the game anyway, and then, see, I was going to put that sprinkler down, but then I realized, you know what, it just kind of gets in the way when you're watering, so I want to wait until after I water. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, jade. So collect all the jade you can early in the game, and then eventually you get a crystallarium, which you can put a mineral into, and it will regenerate another of that mineral. So it just keeps producing that same mineral as long as you leave it in the machine. And every couple of days you pick up another jade. So you can, if you can get a bunch of crystallariums, then you can, start making a ton of jades, and then just go up there and buy, uh, you know, as many staircases as you can. And then the strategy is get to the desert cavern as quickly as you can, and then you go in. If there's a ladder that you can see, you go for it. If there's not, you put down a staircase and you go down. If there's also shafts, they call them. It's basically a hole in the ground that you can jump down. So when you get to a level, if you see the shaft, you jump down the shaft. If you see a ladder, you take the ladder. If you don't, you put down the staircase and you move down. You do that as fast as you can and get down as far as you can, just completely ignoring anything else that you see on the way. And eventually you'll get so deep into the mines that you'll start getting to levels where there's iridium frickin' everywhere. And you just then collect as much as you can before your day is over, and make sure you leave enough time to get back to the farm. Um, and you can get a bunch of ore if you do that. But, it can be costly because you pretty much have to use, a ton of jade to get those staircases. You want to have some food in case you encounter, well, really, you don't want to encounter any monsters if you don't have to, because what you'll do is you'll get far enough down to where there's a bunch of iridium ore that you can see, but also that you still have some staircases in case you're getting bombarded by monsters, so you can just avoid them. Because again, your key is to just get the iridium ore as quickly as possible. You want to spend little to no time fighting monsters while you're down there. So you can do that if you just keep enough staircases to avoid them whenever they start to attack. You also want to take some bombs down, because bombs will make it to where you can, destroy a bunch of rocks and ore in a hurry, and then just scoop up all the ore that it created. So, anywho, we're talking about next year, and it is still summer of the first year. But once you do one of those runs, you'll have a ton of iridium ore, and then you can craft a whole bunch of iridium sprinklers and other upgrades that you can make to become far more efficient. But, man, we had a long episode last time, and this one might be even longer because we're 23 minutes in and not even through the first day. And tomorrow is another fishing day, so it's going to be a long one, y'all, but we'll still surely come in at under an hour. But anyway, it was a good day at least, so it wasn't like it took us 24 minutes and we got nothing done. We got a ton done today. And that sunflower we can donate to the community center. So we'll set that aside there. Or did I keep one already and that one's there for me to sell? I can't remember. I think that one's for the community center. So we'll sell the spangle, we'll sell the peppers, we'll smelt some more quartz before we head to bed, and that will do it for day one of this episode. Alright. Let's get to bed here. We'll put the singing stone down. Oh, not there. Come on, y'all. There we go. Oh, ring the bell. Alright. Oh yeah, here you go. There's the little cutscene. Because the Junimos are repairing the mine carts. So we are excited about this because they allow you to get around town so much faster. I mean, it is huge. And when you don't have the horse yet, they are a big time saver. That's another upgrade that's kind of high up on my priority list at some point, is the stable. And you see here, clear and sunny tomorrow, so it's another sunny day because there's the luau, so it's always sunny on festival days. And so on the festival, on the luau, the governor comes to town. So they have a huge potluck. They make a big pot of soup. Look at this. I just bought the frickin' iridium rod, and now Linus is advertising for it. What the heck? So anyway, here's the letter from Lewis. Come to the beach. The governor's coming to town. We're going to have a communal potluck. So you bring an ingredient, and you put it in there, and then you start the festival. The governor will eat some of the soup. Ooh, I got to kill that weed down there by the water, or else I think it can spread and damage your crops. So we gotta be, and like up there in the top left corner, it's getting pretty close. I gotta clear some freaking grass out of here, y'all. This farm is a mess. I don't even want to look at the western side of the map. The southwestern portion shouldn't be too bad because I had cleared it out pretty good by the end of spring. But the northwestern corner is a cluster. So, got some hay out of that. Alright, to-do list today. We need to go see Maru, because it is her birthday. And I think I mentioned this already. She really likes strawberries. So we might give her a strawberry, and that will probably get her up to like 3 or 4 hearts. And we'll unlock a cutscene, or should unlock a cutscene. So we might be able to see that as well if we play our cards right. And then I think we will go fishing. We bought that fishing rod yesterday pretty much for that reason, is because there's still a bunch of fish we need to catch. And again, I know that there are other things that you can do that are way more productive towards completing the community center, but you know, we like to mix it up a little bit and kind of dabble in every aspect of the game to some extent. There are some things that I really just don't even like doing, but you know, eventually we'll get around to, just for the completionist perspective of the game. But anyway, so community center, or not community center, Maru and fishing. Although we might swing by the community center, drop off that sunflower. We can possibly swing by the museum and drop off the skull. But not sure what else is really on the agenda, to be honest. So, alright, let's get organized here. Why am I keeping the watering can? Why did I put it back in there? I don't need it for anything. Oh, maybe because I was in the wrong chest. That would explain it. Yep, so we're getting everything we need in order for a busy day of fishing, y'all. We take the hoe with you into town, because if you find the little artifact wormies, you want to dig them up, and you can't do it if you don't have your hoe. There's our strawberry from Maru. I believe I've already given 2 gifts to Haley this week, so I think we skip on the daffodil for now. Alright, so we've kind of talked about our agenda. So actually what I'm going to talk about, oh yeah, minecarts. Watch this, 950, still 950. So it is instantaneous transportation to your destination, and that's why they are awesome. They save you so much time. Anyway, plans for the next episode while we have a moment. Day 1 is Thursday the 11th, and it's the luau. So the luau is from 10 to 2, or maybe 9 to 2, but anyway, it's over at 2. That's the number you need to focus on, because you got to be there by that time. So what we will do with our morning is some foraging. We might go to the hidden forest and get some hardwood, and if we have time, maybe try and catch the wood skip while you're up there, simply because it's the only place you can catch it. Why did I leave? So there's Maru, and booyah. So birthday gift, where does that put us hearts wise? 4. That should unlock a cutscene. So what I do here, I leave and then I come right back because I know she's there. And if there's a cutscene prompted, that's usually how you kick it off. So here we go. Her and her dad in the lab. Oh, hello there. My dad and I are just testing some soil samples. Don't be shy. We could use a hand, actually. Oh, okay. You watch this beaker for me? Like, what do I need to do? Just literally stand here and watch an inanimate object while you go get dirt. So she leaves. Then it gets weird between you and Demetrius. This is... Demetrius is sending mixed signals because, okay, here he's like, oh, Maru, she's my special little girl. And he was trying, remember earlier on, he was like trying to pawn her off on us. And now he's like, I don't want anything getting in her way of her bright future. So just think about that. Is he trying to say like that I'm a dirtbag and he wants me to stay away from his daughter because I would just, you know, impede her path toward her dreams? But anyway, Maru's like, what'd you guys talk about while I was gone? And Demetrius is like, oh, we were just talking about dirt. And he's like, right, Evan? And I could say, actually, your dad was being weird. But instead, I just keep it quiet. So, got some respect from Demetrius. And then Maru goes back to work. That's it. But again, like the first time you meet Demetrius, he's like, hey, have you met my daughter? She's really excited to meet ya. And she's single. And, you know, anyway, this time he's like, you know, I really want the best for my daughter, and I hope nothing gets in her way. Hint, hint. Like, don't screw up my daughter's life, please. So, anyway. Why did I put all that stuff in there? Oh, I put it in there because we're going to go fishing, and I want all of that space open. So I pretty much just take the fishing rod, the hoe, and my food source, and then we're going to use as much time as we can to fish during the day. Because a lot of fish stop becoming available at 7. Not all of them, but a bunch. So you want to fish kind of early to catch a fair amount of the different varieties. So what we're looking for here, I'll tell you again, I've mentioned this list a time or two, but what happened there? We need a puffer, a tuna, a red mullet, a super cucumber, a flounder, and a tilapia. We also would like to catch an octopus, but it is very unlikely to happen. If I happen to get one if I get a bite from one, you will know it by the way that thing jumps around. And then the other ocean fish in the summer is the red snapper, but it's got to be raining, so we won't catch that one today. But we got us the tuna. I feel like the tuna is like the easiest. Tuna and red mullet. It seems like you catch a gazillion of them. Or at least I do anyway. So. Now earlier in the game, I would have eaten the fish. Look at that. That's the octopus. That thing just jumps around like crazy. If you get lucky, it can kind of stick down around the bottom or the top. But look, so yeah, they are difficult to catch. And once you level up your fishing skill to level 10, I can't remember what the other perk is, but your bar gets wider too, and that helps ever so slightly. Alright, there's a tilapia, and we got an achievement there. We are the old mariner. But anyway, what were we discussing? I can't remember. But we're going to be fishing for a little while here. Is this another octopus? I don't think so, because it's not jumping around quite as much, but I'm still not going to catch it. Oh my gosh, that was bad. I should have done better on that one. But whatever. it's going to be a while that we are going to fish here, y'all. So let's jump into the um, the fun fact of the day. So today's fun fact, as you saw, I caught a red mullet there, so that's another one off the list. But today's fun fact is that the original pair of Nike shoes were inspired by a waffle iron. So there was a guy named Bill Bowerman who was a track and field coach back in the 50s. And he didn't like how running shoes at the time were made. So first, he created what was called the Cortez shoe. But he still wanted to make a shoe that was even lighter and could be worn on various surfaces, because tracks at the time were made of different stuff. Some were dirt, some were like crushed coal, which is just crazy. But anyway, there were a lot of different types of surfaces for tracks. So one day he's sitting there and he's having a breakfast with his wife, and they're having waffles. And the idea came to him to make the sole of a shoe kind of textured in kind of like a waffle pattern. And so that type of shoe first made its appearance in the 1972 U.S. Olympic track and field trials in Eugene, Oregon, thanks to that guy. So there you go. Nike shoes were inspired by a waffle iron. Now he, I believe, is one of the co-founders of Nike. But you know, his idea kicked off the concept of that type of running shoe. So there you go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your fun fact of the day, brought to you by Pierre's Supermarket. They may not be the cheapest prices, but you'll get way better service than you do at Joja Mart. So suck it, Joja Mart. Anyway, alright, what else have we caught? We got a flounder. Is that a tilapia? Oh, we got the puffer fish. Yeah, that is sweet. They're hard to come by sometimes because they're only available from noon to 4. So the fact that we got multiples is awesome. That's also one of the fish that we will need to donate to the community center. So when we're done fishing here, we might swing up there and drop some stuff off, just to eat into that a little bit. We might not do any more community center explosions, because we've got enough stuff going on there that if I drop off 1 or 2 at a time, a lot of times it's going to complete a bundle, and we don't want to miss out on the opportunity to do so by just sitting on stuff and doing CC explosions. Alright, another red mullet. It's iridium quality though, so we'll take it. By the time we're done with this fishing expedition, it should be pretty profitable, honestly. Because we'll probably fish until somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 o'clock. Because that's when a lot of the fish stop becoming available, at least the ones that I want to catch. So, alright, what do we got here? Is this another puffer? Sweet. Oh, the one that's kind of still on the list that we actually might need to stick around a little bit longer to catch is the super cucumber. And I actually looked this up. Well, one of the things that I was looking up before I was doing this particular day is what items you can donate to the community potluck to get the best response. And one of them is a gold quality or iridium quality super cucumber. So if I can catch one today, that is the only item that I could possibly bring to the community potluck that will get the best response from the governor when he tries it. So it would be sweet if we could catch one, because if we do, it'll probably be gold quality, and that will make me happy. Not that you have to get the best response. Honestly, it's probably not worth me even donating because you don't win anything for it. It's probably more valuable to me for other reasons, like to just sell, but whatever. It's not a big deal. So if we get it, we'll donate it. If we don't, no big deal. But it's 4:30. I've got a really full inventory. So what I'm doing here is taking the mine carts back to the bus stop so that I can head home, empty out my inventory, and I think I go back. Yeah, I know I go back. I go back to the ocean with the idea of it being I want to get there right around 6 when the super cucumber becomes available, and try and catch one. And here's where I'm like, oh crap, my chest is completely full. So this is bad. But I now have 5 seaweed up there, and I realize, you know what, this one gold seaweed is probably not worth keeping, because you have to have 5 in order to do a fish pond. And that means I would have to have 5 gold quality seaweed, and that's probably going to take forever, so I'm just going to sell that one. So, but now I have enough to build a fish pond if I want to, so that's good. I don't know how soon I will do that. You know, it's one of those things, I don't think it costs a ton. I think it's like 2,000 bucks maybe 5,000. Let's look it up while we're just killing some time here. I already did a fun fact for the day, so I need other things to kill time. So, fish pond. What you cost here? 5,000 plus 200 stone, which kind of stinks. But I believe I have plenty of stone laying around. In fact, there's probably like 200 stones that are just sitting on my actual farm over there to the west that I can go and smash. But we'll see. Anyway, we're selling a bunch of fish here, as you can see. So this is going to be a pretty profitable day, y'all. Not like earth-shattering, but we're getting closer to when our blueberries and our melons are going to be ready, so that's good. Although those that big batch of melons we didn't plant until after the wheat grew, so it's probably still like a week away, honestly, or close to it. And we kind of talked about our plans for tomorrow. We got the luau on Thursday, and then the next day will be Friday, so we'll have traveling cart. I still need to catch a stupid Dorado, so I don't know if I'll do that or if I will go to the mines. That may depend on the weather forecast. Like if I get up on Thursday and it says it's going to rain on Friday, then we'll need to go to the mines, get a bunch of copper, smelt said copper, and then go and upgrade my watering can. So that'll be a busy day when that happens. So one of these days I really need to get up to the mines and just do a copper run, get a bunch, smelt it so that I'm ready for that upgrade instead of having to rush to do it in one day. But anyway, so I got a lot of stuff there that I can donate to the community center, the museum, and then have Clint smash. So that's all on the to-do list. Probably I won't be able to get it done tomorrow because of the luau, but maybe on Friday, which it's starting to look like Friday is going to be an insanely busy day. And good Lord, if it also is going to rain that day, it could be, there might be too much for me to do in one day. Because I would have to water my crops before I can even go to the mines to get the copper to then upgrade the watering can. Anyway. Alright, so we made it back here right at 6. So we did pretty good on time. Hey, Willie, what's going on, dude? So again, our objective at this point is to catch the super cucumber, and that's probably the only reason I came down here. So if I catch it, I'll probably just stop after just catching one. because I'm pretty much out of energy anyway. Alright, there's another tuna. Oh, there's bubbles over there, and how did I not see them? Yeah, so, I mean, bubbles, at this point, when you get bubbles, and you already have the upgraded rod with bait on it, what I do is take the bait off, cast into the bubble. That's what I'm doing here. So I'll take the bait off, because the bubbles make it where you get bites more frequently anyway. So you can save bait and catch fish at roughly the same rate. So that's my plan when I do this. Seaweed. Come on. Give me the super... And the bubbles go away. But we got a bite already, so that's good. I don't think this is the super cucumber. I think the super cucumber is like relatively difficult to catch, but not like octopus difficult. There's a halibut and a bait. So we'll put the bait back on now and go back over to our spot by Willy. Right? Yeah, we go hang out with Willy. And I just reached the point of exhaustion, which I don't remember it always. Ooh. Hang on. This might be the super cucumber. See how it's jumping around a fair amount, but then it kind of hovers a little bit for you. That makes it far easier to catch. And then with the trap bobber, when they bounce out of your bar, it doesn't disappear as quick. And since it kind of hovers there, it makes these very catchable. I think this is it. Come on. Stay. Okay. And there it is. Super cucumber. And it's a gold one. So that is the one that we will donate to the community center. Or for the potluck tomorrow. So I eat a salmon berry there because I was sluggish. Why did I eat another one? Damn it. Now I gotta sit here and fish some more. What am I doing, y'all? I mean, like, I'm watching this now and I'm mad because I just get tired of fishing. And now I have to sit here and watch me fish. Holy smokes. But, again, this is another pretty productive episode. I feel like we're making really good progress in the game in general. To the point where if I get the red cabbage from the traveling cart in the first year, I think we can complete the community center this year. You know, the big task that's still kind of left in terms of other stuff on that list is I will need to upgrade my house so that I can do a couple of the recipes. So that's a big one. And I will also need to get the coop and the barn so that I can get some of the animal products. However, after I get these blueberries, I'll start getting to where I've got a lot of money, and that makes it easier to start buying those upgrades. So we will be eating into those before too long, but the red cabbage I think is going to be the key. That'll almost certainly be the last thing I get. Well, no, not almost certainly. Depending on when it comes to the traveling cart, it could be the last thing that I donate, but, you know, it could come on Friday, and then it's the next thing that I donate. But anyway, it's going to be the hardest one for us to get because it's just a total random luck thing, a chance. So, we shall see. In fact, I wonder if anybody knows, like, is it guaranteed in the first year that the red cabbage comes at least once to the traveling cart? I will look that up before the next episode, because I don't know if we'll have time to do it. Where am I going? Oh, I gotta go back to the mines, I guess, apparently. So, I'm gonna leave the wiki and just Google this, actually. So, red cabbage traveling cart first year. Let's see here. Likelihood of buying red cabbage. Let's see. Normal red cabbage. Okay. The odds of it showing up at the... How will anybody figure this out? They must have like looked at the code or something. But anyway, the odds of it showing up at the traveling cart are... It's 2.5% of the time. And sometimes they sell red cabbage seeds. So that means, and it shows up 32 times each year. It is very likely that it will show up at least once, according to this person's math. But I think their math is wrong. And the next person gets on there and is like doing calculus to show them how they're wrong. So it's actually more like 55% chance that it shows up within a year, or 32% that the red cabbage seed shows up in that year. So anyway, it's about a 50-50 shot, because even if the seed shows up, I can't plant it until I have the greenhouse, which I will probably unlock before the end of the year. So it's possible, but we'll still need a little bit of luck, y'all. Anyway, we are at the end of this episode. We are going to have a busy one again next time, but again, it's because we're at that point in the game where there's a lot going on that we're trying to accomplish. So we're staying busy, but that should do it. Actually, I think I'm going to check the bat cave here. Yeah. But, okay, got a blackberry. Hello, little bats. We should we name our bats, or is that kind of pointless? It's probably pointless. So, why do I have the pufferfish in that box? Now I'm looking for it. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? I do need to get that pufferfish out of there. Because, yeah, there you go, buddy. Okay, so we'll donate that to the community center. Or, didn't I already do that? Yeah, I think I already did. So it's to put it in the right chest. So I got my extra fish chest there. But anyway, y'all, this is going to do it for this episode. So if you haven't already, be sure to drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to go cut some hay. Which I needed to kind of do this to get it away from my crops. So now I don't feel too bad about it. Because it was starting to encroach on my croppage. But anyway. Ooh, I got a, what is that, pine tar over there? And now what I'm doing is sort of creating a path out of the farm. Because when you run through grass, it slows you down ever so slightly. So if you can clear a path, that helps you save, you know, a little bit of time anyway. So I need to get another tapper. But we're doing pretty good. Anyway, surely now I'm about to go to bed, right? I can donate that. Yep. So get that ready to take to the community center and go to bed. So, holy crap, this episode just keeps going. Oh, I need copper is what I'm saying. Alright, seriously, y'all, this is it. We're going to drop the beat, ring the bell, and go to bed. So be sure to tune in next time. And we will see y'all later.